Hey guys, Qui-Gon Jake here, and welcome back to Transport Fever 2. So I've gotten the med situation pretty much sorted out with my doctor, so it is time to get back on into Transport Fever 2, so let's go ahead, waste no more time, and get right back into it. Alrighty, so where we last left off, I'm trying to remember, it has been a little over a month, I believe, maybe a month and a couple of weeks actually. Um, uh, Bad situations are so much fun. Oh man, I love it so much. I'm trying to remember what the last thing we did was, but I have also updated the game with several new mods, and this is using, as you can tell, this is using the testing version of the next and final update for Transport Fever 2. And I'm probably going to have to come back and redo the roads, but I'm going to take care of that off camera. So, we have our oil going over here to the refinery. Looks like, how much do we have? We're just still needing more of it. That's fine. Let's go ahead and start to get some iron generated. So it means we're going to have to go to Trainsville. Such an original name, Trainsville. I'm so proud of that one. Let's see. In order to do that, I'm going to have to get access to the steel mill, which unfortunately is kind of hemmed in on all sides. So I think that means we're going to need to rely on our friend Mr. Bolt. Oh gosh, that is a lot of traffic. Man, oh man. Hate to be in that backup. We're going to need to get our friend Mr. Bulldozer, and we're probably going to have to completely remove this part of the town, redesign it from the ground up. Sorry, my voice is a little, it's early in the morning for me, so I'm a little, not rusty, but I'm a little, still waking up, so to speak. So we're going to take our friend Mr. Bulldozer, and we're going to just level this completely. We're going to, because most likely what I'm going to do is take this bridge and have it extend past. In fact, what I'll probably actually end up doing is do a two-way, because one of the nice new features is the parallel roads, which is really, really a nice feature. There's some very nice quality of life improvements that I'm very happy with. Very happy with the new update. So I think this will be enough space. Let's see, does that work right there? I really should not make it that close to the edge. There we go. Yeah, this whole section here is going to have to get redone. The main connection needs to be updated too. Bulldozing. Bulldozing, 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 bulldozing. I removed one of the rail mods that I did have previously because it was just see, this is the one I thought I removed right here. Don't get me wrong, it looks cool, but there was just too many. There were too many wooden train rail mods, too many rails. Let's go ahead and do a standard 50. These won't really matter as much because these are going to be the no catenary, please. These are going to be the sidings where we're going to put non-rail or non-outgoing. There's so many things I like about the new patch that's coming out. Oh, there's so many things I like. It's going to be a little crooked coming in, but this will allow us to not... It doesn't have to be parallel with the river, Jacob. It does not have to be parallel with the river. But I want it to... Yes, but you don't have to have it parallel. Perfection is a nightmare to pursue. You think you get there, but then every time you keep getting disappointed because perfection is a myth. You are fine just the way you are. This has been Therapy with Qui-Gon Jake. So, our first goal, once I rebuild Trainsville, is going to be to now get the iron and the coal connected. And my goodness, this is going to be a trip. This is very much going to be a trip. I'm probably also going to work on editing the terrain on this guy too, but for now, that's not as important. The iron ore has a long way to go. And it's a long way, not a long way to go, it's got a long way down to have to go. How do we want to do this? First and foremost, I need the station for the iron mill, and this one probably won't be able to do a... No, this would be able to do a siding. Man, Pioneersville. Wow, that's a sheer drop right there. No, that's not a sheer drop. That is a sheer drop. This is not. So, I wonder if I need to have these things sent by truck to Rocketsburg. If I were to have the rail station here at Rocketsburg, the iron mines, I don't think I'm going to be able to load up directly from the iron mill. The terrain is just too extreme. I don't think that anyone would be able to fit a station. I love this, by the way. I love how this came out. Love it, very much. I think we're going to do the difficult train rail from Rocketsburg. Rocketsburg, I think, is finally going to get some TLC, and it will be connected with the rest of the rail network. Man, this is going to be quite the trip, though. All right, buildings. This thing will only need about... It really will only need two rails, but it will need them to be big, because this is going to be bringing all the iron ore that you can pretty much imagine. Alright, this does matter a little to be a little symmetrical, just a little. Alright, let's see. Does that look fine? I think that looks fine. Although those actually I might put in three tracks just to be safe. And we'll put that... If something's telling me I need it bigger. That'll work. Alright. Yeah, that looks alright. It's a little elevated here, more than it should be. Should being a very subjective term, mind you. And let's see, we're going to go ahead and get to our standard. Where is it? I forgot where the standard one was. There it was. These are cool. The new concrete side tracks. Those are cool. I think we'll do class 5 wooden, 90 miles per hour, automatic train stop. What is that? Equipped with automatic train stop. So, oh boy, I was both eagerly looking forward to and simultaneously dreading this right here, this part, of having to curve literally across the mountainside. Man, this is going to be a challenge. Let's see, what is going to be the best way? It's either going to be going this way and curving down slightly, but then I have this mountain here, and I'd rather not tunnel through it if I don't have to. But I may have to. We may have to. I'm almost more inclined to go this way, tunnel, and then come out here. The problem is that's not dropping in elevation. If anything, that's going up. So I think we're going to have to take the long way over through Giant's Town, across the map, hitting past the stone quarry, and then kind of curving through here across Santa Cacti to Trainsville. So let's get started. Boy, that's going to be such a sheer drop, though. Is there any way I can make that easier? I don't think so. Alright, let's just see, for the sake of argument, were we to go down this way, how would that go? Not well. Ton of bridge. But, come to think of it, this would give us an opportunity to show off the American Bridge mod. So like this, for example, that would be really cool to see that mod in action. Let's see, so this still is going down as much as it possibly can. If I were to go here, again, just for the sake of argument, I'm going to go ahead and use this. Yeah, that right there. Let's just play around with this, see where it lands, where it leads us. Build that, and then I'll delete. Oops, it's thinking about it. There we go. Delete that because now we got to go back to standard rail. Okay, that didn't build what I thought it would. That was supposed to build ballastless track. So that means... So why is it doing this? Why is it shear dropping? Oh, because it is a shear drop. The shear drop is real. Let's see, we have that. I don't know if I even want this like this. It's such a light grab that I almost don't think it's worth the movement. But I just didn't want this to be one long bridge, you know. As cool as bridges are, don't get me wrong. How can we make this work? Okay, so what I decided to do was to not quite drop as words. I can't has words good. Lower or raise, I guess, the elevation on the decline, make it not quite so sharp of a drop. That is going to mean that we're going to have a bridge pretty much most of the way down. I kept this rail line just in case, and as much as it's easier just to go to Giantstown, there also is 2 sources of coal here in Pioneersville, but I'm probably going to use Giantstown for when the industry in Trainsville is full. I know that doesn't make sense, but I want this to look cool. And again, it's aestheticism. I may even remove these and replace them like over in Whistlerstown. Just so that it's not so glaringly obvious. Like, Qui-Gon, why are you going the long way? Why aren't you going to Giantstown? Yeah, well, Giantstown already has 2 industries. It doesn't actually need 4. You know what? You saw nothing. What steel mills? I don't know what you're talking about. Giantstown? Steel mills? Don't be ridiculous. Giantstown never had steel mills. What are you, you're a Goomba. Giantstown? Steel. Giantstown they got lubricants and food processing. They don't have steel. Oh my gosh, you're funny. You're funny. You think they had steel. Oh, help me. Let's see, what do we got here? We got a decline, that's fine. We're going to have a little bit of fun. This is going to be fun again. Let's see, we're going to have this, and then we have to go right back around. And again, I need to not make this quite so steep. What the heck? I wonder if nope, that's going to go uphill. I don't want to be going uphill. I need to be going downhill. can I do a helix here? Because that would look epic if I could. Well, I don't know actually if it would look epic. You know what? We're going to find out. There. And then we're going to helix. This could be completely a fool's errand, but you know what? Sometimes just... I am a little worried that the bridge isn't going to like this. Like if I do this, the bridge system that we use is going to clip. In fact, yeah, I know it's going to clip. I know it's going to clip. So yeah, no, that won't be... Actually, not necessarily. It won't necessarily clip. But then again, I have to go this way. Bridge pillar collision. What are you talking about? Where? What do you mean bridge pillar collision? I guess I'll probably also cut through here. If I were to do that, then I would be able to hook around here into Pioneersville. Yeah, I like this. I like how this is looking. That way, this thing slowly declines, but it does decline. Not by a lot, though. In fact, if anything, I would need to be doing this. I would need to be tunneling. Dang it, I hate it when it does that. So it would tunnel, but again, I need it to be declining. I do need it to be declining. It's going to tunnel. I think there's no really way I can get around that other than going completely around. Which I mean, I don't really want to see tunnels is the thing. I'm now getting indecisive. I should just, let's see, I need to just decide on a route and stick with it. You know what? We've come this far with bridges. We're going to keep going with bridges. Let's see. So we could then go here. And then... Whoops. I didn't realize that was such a sharp embankment. Okay. We have a little more room to work with than I thought. Excellent. Back we go. A question here. Actually, this actually, now that I realize that this could be really problematic with the town. I need this track to be coming out strongly this way. This train is bound. This train is bound for glory. This train. Yeah, we're gonna tunnel. I think that is. Can I not? Could we maybe not tunnel? Yeah, let's do that. Let's not tunnel. Especially because I still have a ways to go this way. So we could go here. Yeah, let's do that. Kind of have it skirting around this side. What are you doing? There we go. We're going to go ahead and... there. And then the bridge joyride continues. I guess it would make more sense if I actually was like keeping in line with the stone. Alright, just make decisions, Jake. Just make decisions. Doesn't matter if they don't look good at first. We can always go back later. We can always go back later. Build that there. That there. Go here. Just outside of Pioneersville. Just like that. Do we need this little... I'll come back. I'll think about it later. I'll think about it later. We are going to cross over here, actually. So, with that being said... There we go. Do that, and then we're going to have to elevate. Just like that. Okay, that's too much. Too much elevation. And then we'll go like this. And then we'll go here. Bridge over the road. Actually, I need to have this curve a little more this way. Because otherwise the... Actually, no, I can make the road work with me. I don't have to work with the road. The road will work with me. I'm a freaking train after all. You'll make way for me. It's like that meme of the train that just barrels through, you know, anything that's like a semi or anything that's in the way. Alright, how are we looking? We're going to be really coming in hot on Santa Cacti at this angle. Let's see. Okay, as the crow flies, how are we looking here? Actually, that's not half bad. Especially when I could do this. Yeah, and have this thing kind of hug this embankment here. A little further. I don't want to cut into the hill that steeply. But I can't keep going down this way because it'll be... no, I can't. There we go. See? It works out. That works out, yeah. Although, to be fair, I'm going to have to raise my elevation again at some point. This is going to be such a bridge. This is the bridge episode, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. I think it's going to have to tunnel underneath this little embankment here, because otherwise this is just a landslide problem waiting to happen. So yeah, we will do a tunnel there. We're still at a good elevation here. That I can have this hook around. Isn't this a landslide risk as well? Well, yes, but this is already a landslide. This is part of the terrain, you see. So that makes this not a landslide problem. Does it, though? Does it really not make it a landslide? Yes, because I said so. Why am I talking to myself? I feel like that's what... if you've been playing games long enough, and it's like... I don't know what it is. It's just entertaining to have yourself as your own critic kind of thing. Okay, nobody would put a rail network this close to a shear drop. You know what? But I'm not just anybody. I am Qui-Gon Jake, and I like it. Yep, see, here, there I go. There I go again. Alright. Here's the train depot. So now we need to go up just slightly. Actually, more than just slightly. Yeah, we need to be going up much earlier. There we go. Because we have 2 bridges to cross. 2 rivers, I should say, to cross. And then we have the problem of how are we going to get back down? Yeah, this is good. This is treetop level, and this still leaves plenty of room for any boats to get through. So what I'll probably end up doing is curve like this, and then this will be fun. I'm going to do that. That's a bit of a hill still. Is that a hill you want to die on? Not necessarily. 41, I can handle that. The problem is that I'm starting to wonder if this is long enough. Because the trains that come in here are absolutely going to be full. No doubt about it, they're going to be full. Let's see, what tracks do you have? What are your lines? 4 and 3, 2 and 1. What do you guys think? Do you think this is long enough? Actually, now that I'm looking at it, it's not long enough. It's not that it needs to be long enough, it's that it won't be. The sheer amount of coal and iron, because of the distance they have to travel, they're going to be stocked to the gills with ores, with stone products. So the problem is this is going to put this uncomfortably close to the riverbed. Very uncomfortably close. Alright, guess what? We're rebuilding the steel mill. Again. Yeah, we'll do that. We're going to cut right on into the road. But I need to do that because this needs to be there. So I almost think I'm going to need 5 tracks. We'll do it 2 wide. Okay, is this parallel? Not. I'd say it's close enough. So that means this guy is going to have a different route in. So, how are we going to do this? Maybe we start from this end and go back the other way. So we'll start like here. We'll have this start going up. We're going to need it to go up pretty much immediately because it has to then turn. Yeah, that's gonna be a slow 37, but this will let us get up to treetop. Yeah, there we go. And then from there, we should be able to connect, just like that. Bada bing, bada boom. Alright, so that's going to be very difficult on the way in, but it'll be fine. Let's see, and then. something's telling me I need to make this a little more ginger of a of an incline. I don't know why that's something that's telling me that, but I'm gonna listen to it. Look, we'll do 43, but we are still gonna be going uphill. We kind of have to be going uphill. This is where the steel is going to be going, so it doesn't need to be that high. Yeah, basically the steel is going to be going underneath this bridge, so it has to be high. What I think I'll do... We'll do this. We'll have it go straight, but then we'll have this thing curve ever so slightly this way. And then it curves back around, then it'll curve back around here. Like that. And then, can I do this? 74, 75, wait, fine, 39, 36, that's okay. That's okay right there. The road connection will probably bridge into town anyway, so, oh boy, that's the bridge episode for sure. So, with it like this, all this just to deliver iron ore, but when this bridge is done, it's going to look epic. So epic. However, we are going to need double track. It will need to be double tracked. So, yeah, like that. Yeah, because I will need to have this tracked before I make the bridge. And so you see all this rusty bridge types. I'll probably try to edit that out. Bada bing, bada boom. Yeah, this is going to be a bridge pretty much most of the way. It'll only have a couple areas where it doesn't have a bridge. But yeah, these trains are going to have to be very long. That or I'm going to have many, many trains that are medium-sized, like, 4 to 6. Probably going to be a bit of a mixture of that. Long-ish trains and multiple trains, with just how long this track is. It's going to take them a while to get to their destination. It's going to take them a long while to really get there. And so to be able to let the steel mill know that there still is iron ore on the way, we will need to design it that way. So have this thing connecting like that. There we go. Okay, does this look good? Surprisingly, yes, it does look good. That will then connect there so that these guys can have extra room if they need it to pull in. Alright, so Drainsville's iron mill, or steel mill, not iron mill, steel mill. First connection, iron ore, has been set up. So, after a bunch of going back and forth with myself, we finally have bridges up. This is going to be something. Because if I click on this iron bridge now, this will be the test. In fact, I'm going to do a preemptive quick save in case this breaks. Because I would be a very sad melon is what I would be if this were to suddenly have a crash, please stand by. I would be very distraught. All right, so this brown deck girder. Let's see, this. Oh, I love how it actually shows you before you replace it. That's good. That's good to see. What's this? That's absolutely not what I want. This has no bridging at all. Okay, so that's how that works. Otherwise, I would use this, which I'm not going to. I'll use, oh gosh, that doesn't look good. So what is this? Brown deck girder, dark brown deck girder. How is that any different? I can't, okay, it's subtle, very subtle. And then this is a, oh, that's kind of cool. But I don't think I want it for the wooden side of things. Wow, it even has green and white? Well, that's cool. And more gray. Ooh, boy, now this is gonna be something. I'm gonna need to think on this and see how this looks. The good news is I can edit this. I don't have to rebuild the bridges if I don't like it. So let's just see again. For the sake of argument, where is it? Where is that mods content? Where? There you are. North American bridges. There we go. Girder bridge. See, this won't be useful on the decline. What's this? Deck? What's the difference? Deck, girder, crossbeam, pillar. Crossbeam, pillar for bridges. Okay. Rust, no. Pillars, sections. How high does this thing go? Just barely high enough, so we'll have to be thoughtful about that. Ooh, this could be too tall. Like at its highest. Alright, so let's just say for the sake of argument I put one of these guys here, and then I put one of these guys here. How does that look different? It doesn't look different. Does it? These guys look almost identical. Is it just me? These things look identical. I don't know why these things look identical to me. Is it just me, or do these things look identical to you guys too? This section here might be trouble. Like this section right here, they might be too high. Yeah, they're too high. Oof. Oh, okay, no they're not. I can change the height percentage, but the height offset needs to be 0. So just to see how that looks. Looks a little goofy. But is there a wooden variant of this? I only see the one. Yeah, that's not going to work. Nope, that's catenary. That's also catenary. Block abutment, no. Steeped abutment, no. Yeah, that won't be necessary there. Still won't be necessary. Yeah, okay, so we can make this work. Why does this... What is the difference here? Rotation in degrees is the difference. No, it's not. It's the width percentage. Okay, so that thing has... This would be more what I'm looking for. Alright, so that means this whole section's going to need to get some embankments. What I might end up doing is flattening the terrain wherever the dirt girders are. Ooh, this section could be trouble. No, it'll be fine. It'll manage. Alrighty. Well, I don't want to leave us on a cliffhanger, but... Okay, that's an unnecessary curve right there. it's going to take me a while to edit the bridge section, so I'm going to call it here for this episode. Since this is the first episode in a while, I don't want to drown you guys in content, or at least in a single video, I mean. Next video is going to be the beautification of this, and maybe there will be even a before and after, who knows, where we'll be able to see just how it goes from looking like this to the finished product. Because this section won't be using that. This section will have its own bridges. Probably, can I use any of the new ones that I unlocked? Or that I got? I don't see them here. That's okay then. No. What does this one look like? I mean, I'm curious. Interesting. Concrete, no. Iron bridge is probably how it's gonna look. Bridge. This doesn't look actually half bad. No, it doesn't look half bad. It actually looks pretty good. Except for that bend right there. That looks a little... the color change doesn't make that any better. It doesn't change the pillars. The weird thing is that the pillar curves. The bridge curves and there's no pillar for the curve, which looks a little bit weird. I'll have to come back to this. I'll definitely have to come back to this next episode. So, that's going to do it though for this episode of Transport Fever 2. I hope you guys did enjoy. It's a first episode back in a couple months, but hopefully we'll be able to get your regular scheduled weekly videos out like we used to. So, that's what we have to look forward to. And as always, this is Qui-Gon Jake, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye!